Welcome back to another one of Dr. Kale's guides. Today's guide will be going over some gold making aspects. It's also going to touch on a very awesome subject for me, and that's making twinks in TBC Classic. If you don't know what a twink is, you pick a level bracket, 19, 29, 39, 49. You pick a level bracket, and you get full best in slot gear with enchants from the next expansion or whatever it may be, and you go into battlegrounds and you play PvP at those levels. Now, if you're going up against people who aren't twinks, you're usually just going to kill them with ease, but it's actually really fun when you get into pre-made versus pre-made. And the reason I mentioned twinks is because there's usually some high ticket items that can make you a lot of gold per hour. The twinking bracket in Vanilla Classic right now actually seemed to be fairly popular, and I expect it to get even more popular once TBC Classic hits. It's a great way for people to gold sync some of their gold or time. It's a good time for any player to maybe, if they're raid logging in TBC Classic and they like PvP, if they're doing arena at like level 70, great, and that they want to wind down on the weekends and do battlegrounds on a twink, then they can do that. That's why it ends up being high gold per hour, is because you're going to sit on some of these items for quite a while, but they actually have high value. And I'm going to go over how to sell them and what to look for while running these lower level dungeons. The dungeons I'm going to be going over today are Shadowfang Keep, Deadmines, Razorfen Crawl, Razorfen Downs, Scarlet Monastery, Uldaman, Maraudon, and Zulfa Rock. I will also be including items from other dungeons such as Blackrock Depths and Nomergan, which I'll cover as there are some very high ticket items that are worth a lot of gold from those dungeons I don't cover. The reason why I want to make this guide is because time and time again, I see a lot of people helping boost their friends in one of these dungeons, and you never know if they're just either D'ing everything or vendoring everything, and they're only there to help their friend with experience when they're overlooking some of these items that can net them a lot of gold. And at no point in this game do you ever have enough gold, so you might as well just keep making more. And again, there's just some even green quality items that people aren't aware of that this guide's going to help point out and maybe open their eyes. That way, next time they're in there helping out a buddy or something and one of these items drop, they can actually even make more gold than they ever thought they would. In the background, you're going to see me just speed running all of the dungeons I've covered. There's no real guide, okay, how to run these dungeons. At 70 as a Prot Paladin, you literally could run, with your ass hanging out most likely the whole time at these super low level dungeons. And then you really, there's no mass pulling. You just pull all the mobs and kill them, okay? That's all I'm doing. There's nothing special. You get into the higher ones like Maraudon, of course, then maybe I'd probably want to explain a little more, but these are more just going over the items than it is the pulls themselves. But you really don't have to do anything special other than aggro them. While running Shadowfang keep a lookout for the Shadowfang sword. It's worth a lot of money. Another item that doesn't drop in Shadowfang Keep is this healing staff next on the screen. Is the Staff of the Blessed Seer. That drops in Black Fathom Depths. Again, I'm just going to put things on the screen, and hopefully you guys just pay attention to as when these ever drop for you to pick them up, because they're worth money. Assassin's Blade is, of course, worth a ton of money as well. The Darkweave Breeches, these are something, again, you're going to hold on to, and they'll be worth money at some point down the road. The Blood Ring is a 5-stamp ring, and Greenweaver Braces are the Eagle. Specifically, the Eagle is what you're looking for. Scouting Gloves of the Monkey are going to be a high-ticket item as well. They'll be worth pretty good money. Of course, I don't know how much, just depends on the server and how active the PvP is. There's also Scouting Trousers of the Eagle. Again, these are green items, but they're like of main stat and of stamina. Eagle, Monkey, Bear, any of those items potentially could be worth some good money. I will be putting a list of all these items in the description. And again, this is a reminder that no matter what dungeon you see in the background that's just being cleared by me, that doesn't mean what I'm posting on the screen is actually where they drop, but I'll do my best to explain. Alright, moving on to level 29 items, you have the Staff of the Shade and the Plains Ring. Two pretty highly valuable items. What else we got here? We have the Forest Tracker Spauldrons. You've got the Avengers Armor. Two really good items as well. Tiger Strike Mantle's really big because that one is also used at 39. And then you have the Thunder Brew Ring as well. Then you have Pugilist Bracers and the River Pride Choker. Also two really good items to be looking out for. Next, we'll be moving on to 4 different weapons here. We've got the Zealot Blade, really good sword, Vendetta, good dagger for dagger rogues or hunters. You'll have the Looming Gavel and the Frostweave Crown. Alright, welcome to one of our unicorn items. It's the Hotshot Pilot Gloves. These drop in Nomergan, not Scarlet Monastery, which is in the background, but these drop in Nomergan. I call them unicorn gloves because they're like finding a unicorn. Extremely rare. There's a few items at the unicorn level, and this is one of them. Should be worth just a metric ton of gold. For anybody who's serious about the 29 bracket, they'll be paying an arm and a leg for these. Now we're on to some very valuable green items. The Pathfinder Hat of the Monkey, I've sold anywhere from 3 to 1,500 gold on some servers. Tundra Ring of the Monkey, not as valuable, but still pretty high value item. You have thick scale shoulder pads of the bear, of the eagle, may be valuable, but bear is really what you want here. And phalanx links of the bear, also pretty high ticket item. So those are 2 greens that you're going to want to really look out for when you're in the 29 area. Alright, the last item that I go over in the 29 bracket is the Acrobatic Staff. It could be a Frozen Wrath. Honestly, of the monkeys, fine. Fiery Wrath, Shadow Damage, plus healing. Any of these items are actually going to be really good and may retain a lot of value. So I just want to take a moment while some videos just play in the background to keep in mind I usually have a guild bank set up specifically for Twink items. You know, I might have 3 or 4 tabs and have them named 19, 29, 39, 49. And again, these are items I'm going to hold on to. Usually if I find a big ticket item, I'm going to be on a Discord server of the server I'm playing on. So it might be a specific realm Discord. And I'd be advertising saying, hey, I've got these hot ticket items for Twinks. And then maybe I update that post, you know, weekly or something. People get your name and know that you're an avid Twink person who gets the Twink items. Or you might have people come up to you and say, hey, if you find a Pathfinder Helm of the Monkey, I'll buy it for X amount of gold. Just take your time and separate these items. Some of these items you might end up sitting on for a month or 2, okay? But your actual gold per hour while farming these items actually remains high as long as you sit on them. You're not posting them on the auction house all the time. But again, I usually advertise in Discords, forums, wherever it may be, and let people know that I have X amount of items and so on. It greatly pans out to a high gold per hour. One thing to do is pick up on if people are desperate for certain items. They might need one item that finishes their entire Twink set. They'll usually pay a lot more. It's kind of like when people go to a pawn shop trying to get as much money as possible, yet the pawn guy offers them the lower side of the money they're expecting. So you would just charge more for said item. Alright, starting out with the 39 bracket, we're going to start with the greens. You have Ancient Legs of the Eagle. Maybe the bear are going to be good. Bone Scythe Gauntlets of the Eagle or bear as well. The next 2 greens would be like the Ember Wand of Frozen Shadow plus Healing. Would be Wrath would be what you're looking for. Nocturnal Cap of the Monkey. Rounding out the green quality would be the Royal Gloves or Royal Bands of Shadow Wrath, Frozen Wrath, Fire Wrath, Healing. Royal Gloves of the Eagle are another really good one you'll be looking for. Alright, moving away from the greens, we have an Assault Band, and we also have the Basilisk Hide Pants, 2 really good options in the 39 bracket. Then we have the Flint Rock Shoulders and the Crush Ridge bracers, again, they're actually worth a good amount of gold depending on your server. Moving into the Scarlet Chest piece, will always be worth money. Even non-twinks will try to buy this to complete the set. It's just a really strong item for warriors, paladins, enhanced shamans. It's just really, really good. Even if somebody's not twinking, that item will sell. And then we have Orgron's Sash and the Mark of Kern, two other just decent blues you're going to be looking for that hopefully you don't vendor. If you happen to stumble upon one of these two epics, of course, they're purple. They'll stand out like a sore thumb. Pick them up, they're worth money. Underworld Band is best in slot at 49 as well. Staff of Jordan, again, even non-twinks will buy this to boost, make their character hit harder if they plan on leveling. And this leads us to our second unicorn item of the day, and that is the Pendulum of Doom. Very, very rare drop rate in Uldaman, which you can see in the background I'm running. This is where you would go to get this to drop. A 4.0 attack speed weapon, insane for enhance Ret Paladins and Warriors at the 39 bracket. It is the most expensive part to that twink, and if you can get this in Classic for cheap, pick it up because it will be worth a lot of gold. Now, as we get into the 49 bracket, keep in mind the further away from 19 you get, technically these items will last longer in your inventory because a lot of people are just looking for quick twinks. They'll make 19s and 29s are the most popular. 39s and 49s are less popular, but I'm hoping to change that, at least on my realm of Skeram, where I plan to have a very popular twinking community. But just keep in mind that farming higher level dungeons will make you more gold raw, but just always keep these items, right? Like, you'd always want to keep hanging on to any of these items that are worth more than vendoring or sharding, even if it means you hold on to them for a month or two. I wouldn't ever collect 100 of them, but I'd probably want 4 or 5 of each in my collection at any given point. I personally have the most fun on a 49 twink because you just have access to more abilities, and it's not so one-sided as it is at like the 19 bracket where rogues and hunters run it, and at 29 you have hunters, or the 39 it's pretty much warlocks. Just keep in mind 49, almost any class can pretty much pull it off, and it's actually a really fun time as well. All right, moving back into more 49 items here. We've got the marble necklace of the bear. The monkey is also pretty valuable. You also have Peerless Cloak, again, of the bear, monkey, eagle are the 3 ones you're going to be wanting to pay attention to. Moving on here, you've got the Wizard's Hand, which is a wand. Shadow Wrath, Fire Wrath, Frost Wrath, plus healing are going to be very good options to look for. Serpent Skin leggings are amazing. They will always sell well. Again, maybe even non-twinks will be looking to buy this. It's a really good item. It's got very good stats. Executioners is probably one of your strongest 2 hands you can get at the 49 bracket, and then for a one-hander you can get the Doom Forge. That drops out of Blackrock Depths, but I'll be doing a separate video for that coming up. Alright, you have 3 epics. Of course, pay attention. Epics, again, they stand out. Most of them will always hold more value than it is to vendor them. They might be worth a lot. They might be worth just a little bit, but still try not to post those on the auction house because of course they're going to cost more to do so. Alright, the final 2 items here are the Spell Shock leggings. Very rare drop, close to unicorn level in ZF. The other one is Rib Splitter Axe of the monkey or bear. You just got to get lucky with the random roll, and that axe drops from Blackrock Depths. I know as I'll be making a 49 enhanced twink, I'll be looking for those axes, and I'll be willing to pay a bunch of money for, as well as I'll be farming a lot to try to get them. Alright, this wraps up the video. Again, a reminder, this was just to open your eyes for items you may be disenchanting, vendoring, throwing away. This isn't anything to say this is best in slot about each class, where I will probably get into Twink videos more down the road. It's not on my agenda right now, but when people ask me why am I farming, you know, this dungeon or that dungeon, it's in order to either boost friends, boost people for money, but I promise you I'm not letting any of these items slip by. Just as a reminder, remember, currently we only get 30 instances a day, and some of these low-level dungeons honestly only take 3 to 5 minutes to run, and hopefully with TBC Classic this changes, allowing us to maybe farm more of these lower dungeons, either longer or more per hour or more per day, because they are going to be really quick regardless of what you do. But as always, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next guide. This was just one that I'm going to take pretty seriously, as I look forward to anybody willing to play Twinks on Skeram. I invite you guys to come and hang out with us, as we will be booting it up within a month or two of the expansion launching. Questions or comments, please put them below. As always, if you would like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button.